Are the Greer Lightspeed and the Greer Southland the best overdrive pairing that money can buy? They just might be, you know, they just might be. And I personally think that it's hard to beat the sound of these two overdrives being stacked together, and the sound of each of them being used independently as well, by the way. And in this video, I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you the Lightspeed, I'm going to show you the Southland, and I'm going to show you how they stack, because it is a magical musical experience. But what I need you to do is tell me in the comments which two overdrives you think stack together the best, because in future I think I want to do a bit of a series here and go through some of the other candidates as to what could be the best pair of stacking overdrives that money can buy in 2026 and beyond. So anyway, let's just go very quickly through the pedals before we make some sounds. The Greer Lightspeed, it's an icon of the modern guitar world. It's been out for over a decade now, but it is still very much hallowed by almost every guitarist out there. Now, when this pedal came out, there were other pedals out there like the Analogman King of Tone, the Paul Cochrane Timmy, and the JHS Morning Glory, the Nobels ODR-1, for example, and they were all ballpark in a way because they all have brilliant transparent overdrive tones. That was the buzzword that everybody used. And when you say transparent overdrive, I think what we're meaning is the fact that when you turn on a pedal like this, it doesn't inherently change the bass nature of the rest of your rig. So if you've got an amp and a guitar and some pickups that you absolutely love, and you just want a bit more without taking away from that tonal character, you can use a pedal like the Lightspeed to do just that. And I do think that it is an excellent transparent drive in that context, although the more you dime it, the more gain you add, the more it is going to change the tone of your rig as well. Now, I love everything about the Lightspeed, from its clean boost capabilities through to its lower and medium gain overdrive tones too. They're perfect for the Indian alternative rock that I spend most of my time playing. And there's only 3 knobs on this pedal, but it can do so much, and every single sound out of it just makes me sound and play better. Now, you've got a loudness knob, a drive knob, and a frequency knob, but that's all you need to make a smorgasbord of light to medium gain overdrive tones. So that's the Lightspeed. It's made in USA, like all Greer pedals, will set you back about $250, but in my opinion, it is more than 100% worth it if that is indeed possible. So that's the Lightspeed. Now, everybody knows the Lightspeed, of course, and the Southland, I think, has always been overshadowed somewhat by the glory and tribulations that are handed to the Lightspeed. But the Southland itself is a wonderful overdrive pedal in its own right, and it was built by Nick Greer and team to be the perfect partner to the Lightspeed. But it's not like a Lightspeed with more gain. It does have way more gain than the Lightspeed, but it has a slightly different structure to it. It has a different focus to the mids. It has a bit of extra top-end present sizzle going on as well. And there's 2 different stages of clipping with different diodes looking after the different clipping stages and so on. It is a different beast, and yet you can see that these pedals are totally related. And I think that that's why they fit so well together as a pair of drive pedals. Now, with the Southland, you've got the same 3 knobs as with the Lightspeed, but they're called volume, drive, and range in this case. So they're both very, very simple to dial in and very, very simple to stack and do stuff with together as well. Now, for me personally, I always like to have the Lightspeed first in my chain, and I always like to have the Southland after it, because I like to go low gain into higher gain pedals. Your mileage may vary, there's no real rules to that, so do what works best for you. But what I want to do now is just give you a few sound samples of these pedals in action. You'll hear the Lightspeed, you'll hear the Southland, and of course you'll hear them stacked, because that is where the true tonal glory really takes place. And I'll try and get the Lightspeed to sound the same as the Southland in certain contexts, to hear how close we can get them, because they do get very close indeed in certain musical settings. Now, I've got a couple of loops that I'm going to run today. My amp is going to be my Hughes & Kettner Ampman Classic pedal amp on a very neutral clean setting on the clean channel. No reverb or anything like that, and we're running from the Redbox AE DI out straight into my Zoom H6 recorder. No post-production has been done on either of the loops, so everything that I'm hearing is exactly what you're going to be hearing as well. Now, the first riff is going to be played on the bridge single coil pickup of my Fender Telecaster, and the second loop is going to be played on the bridge humbucker of my Epiphone Les Paul. So we've got single coil tones to enjoy, humbucker tones to enjoy. Sit back and listen to the loops and watch the knob twiddling going on. Hear how the 2 pedals interact with one another, and let me know down there in the comments if you have any personal favorite overdrive pairings that you just love to stack together and you think I might need to try in future. Just a couple more from me before I go though. I love 2 Lightspeeds together. I love my Lightspeed and my Timmy together as well. And I also really like to stack a Tube Screamer into other pedals, and that always works really well too. Tube Screamer into a Rat is amazing. Tube Screamer into a Plexi or a Marshall in a Box style pedal is amazing. And of course, there are some amazing double overdrives that were conceived for that very reason, like the JHS double barrel, which is their tube screamer and blues breaker style circuits in one, like the Analogman King of Tone, like the Wampler Pantheon, and so on and so on. Stacking overdrives is a wonderful thing. Stacking the Greer Lightspeed and the Greer Southland might just be the best thing. So listen to the loops, let me know what you think. Watch the rest of my Greer videos elsewhere on my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
you.